Hey, what are the top 5 things you can do to explode your social media results? We're going to talk about those today, starting with number one, know your audience. Now, my name is Curtis Howe. I am the owner of Smart Social, and we love helping businesses make sure that social media works for your business. So let's get into this one. The first tip to helping you explode your social media results is know your audience. Make sure that you really understand who your target audience is that your business is going after. This sometimes is a problem for businesses because they don't fully realize the the more specific you can be about your audience, the better, is really what it comes down to. So some businesses will say, when we ask them, hey, who's the target audience you're going after? They'll say, oh, I want anybody who owns a car, or anybody who owns a house, or anybody who can breathe, or whatever. They get really these broad perspectives out there. And that's actually not a good way to understand your target audience. While you may want to go after homeowners in your business, you're not just going after any homeowner, but a certain group of homeowners. You want to really narrow that audience down and really focus on who's the ideal customer, because not every homeowner is the same. Some homeowners have more money and bigger houses. Some homeowners have smaller houses and maybe less money. Maybe they can't afford your services, so you want to go after the ones that have more money. Maybe the homeowners that you're going after are a certain gender. Maybe you want to talk more to the wives or women that own houses versus the men that might own a house. Maybe you want to go after the investors of a home, not just the homeowners. So there's a lot of different ways that you can delineate out who this audience is, okay? There's demographics, which is an important thing to think about, is where do these people live? Where is your target audience live? If you are a local business like a restaurant or maybe an HVAC company or a lawn care service or something like that, where you have a limited geographical area that you go to, that is, from a geographic standpoint, where you're going to be. Okay, demographics is the other side of this coin. So geographics is where are those people going to live, because you want to focus in those areas. Like a restaurant, you probably want to go 10 miles around your restaurant is a pretty good number. Unless you have a really unique restaurant or you offer something special, then you might be able to go 30 or 40 miles out if you get people who are willing to drive to come to your restaurant. If it's just a common restaurant, nothing super fancy or nothing super special to attract people in, then 10, 15 miles is probably as far as reach you need to have. So that's important to look at, though, because you want to look at geographically, where are those boundaries? If you do online marketing or you do something that can be distributed out, like through an online sales or an online service, you could do coaching and other things like that, you might go nationwide and be able to reach a much bigger audience. And that's okay. Understanding those geographics will help you in narrowing your audience down. Then you take the demographics of your audience, which is, what is their age? What kind of hobbies do they have? What are their interests? Do they own their home? Do they rent? Do they have an education? What kind of education do they have? Are they married? Do they have children? Are they single? Are they retired? Do they have a job? What kind of job do they have? All these things can help you in making sure that you really understand who your audience is. Now, the point that we want to get to with this is realizing that the more you know exactly who your audience is, the more you can customize your content on social media to talk to them. Anybody on social media can really follow you, and that's just normal, okay? It doesn't matter. The goal of what your content should do is to focus on the audience you want to attract and talk with them. Anybody else is free to join the conversation, but focus your efforts on the audience you want to attract. So if you are, let's say, just as an example, a automotive repair service, you may get a 15 to 20-mile radius around you geographically that people are going to pull from. Maybe you specialize in more repairs extending the life of a car. So you're looking for people who maybe have some older cars that need that TLC to help them out. Maybe you want to do more for the 30 to 40-year-old audiences to get them to come in because they have commuter cars. They are trying to do more. They have minivans, vehicles for their family, and you want to help them more. So that will get you a really specific type of audience. If you do more auto body stuff or you do improvements or modifications, maybe you're looking for 20 or 30 somethings, probably single. Uh, they have more disposable income to do upgrades or things to trick out their car. So that's what you want to look at. And they might have more in college or technical school or no formal education outside of high school. So those are some things that again you want to start thinking about: is who is this really ideal client? Who's the customer that you want to have come through your door all day long? You want to do business with them all the time. Who are they? Where do they live? What are their hobbies and interests, income levels, family sizes, community things that they're involved with, professional associations they might be involved with? All of those things are going to help you to dial your content in to make it more effective at accomplishing the goal of helping your target audience work with you more. So stay tuned for tip number 2.